Divinely guided messages for mind, body, and soul. So, for everyone here who is on their soul's journey, this is a message from the soul to the soul. So, it's going to be about the spiritual journey, the steps that we take within ourselves in order for us to move to the next level in our life, or in order for us to just step up and change the behaviors that we don't like and all stuff like that. And so, the first card that came up today was shedding. And so this is a sign that like there might be a lot of things changing in life in general. There always are things changing in life in general. But so shedding, like what happens when you as a soul, here you are on your spiritual journey and you're trying to do the right things and make the right steps, and so that you can build a happy life, a happy you. So what are the things? Sometimes we outgrow some situations in our life. This can be relationships. It can be a job that you have. You can outgrow the place that you live in. You can outgrow your hobbies, your things that you have done before that you really loved it. And so it can be a good sign that things are starting to feel kind of not quite exciting. Maybe you get a little daunted thinking about it, or you don't really know how to find the joy in it that you did before. So maybe you have to shed it and start shedding. This is a sign to just, at this point in time, you might need to set some higher goals for yourself so that you can have something to work towards, so that you can have something to reach for, which is healthy for us humans. And also, that's the road that is going to take you into different ways that you need to learn, like different things on the spiritual journey. It's about know thyself, and then you walk on this spiritual journey. It's an inside job, and the outside will show you sometimes what you need to shed and what you can get rid of. And also, sometimes we need flexibility, because when you don't really know what is happening in front of you, which we don't because it's not happened yet, we can manifest it, we can hope for it, we can dream about it, we can ask for it, we can work for it, and we can do all the things that we need to do to get there, and also to be able to have flexibility in our approach. And so sometimes the flexibility, this is saying, like, you'll need to see in the dark to maneuver the coming changes. So sometimes the changes can be hard, it's difficult, it's scary, it's challenging. And this is the encouragement to say that you are shedding probably your old life. You might be shedding a lot of things in your life that you thought you had, like that you were done with. And then so now it might be an extreme makeover for your life, which is scary and all that stuff, uncertain. And this is a message to just hang in there, and this too shall pass. So even though in transitions it can be very difficult, this too shall pass, and eventually you'll find your rhythm again, so that you can operate on the level that you need to operate on. And then, so with flexibility and shedding fear. So I realized that I'm testing my resolve to live in the energy of love. So fear is something that is useful for us. If we are in the woods and there's a bear hanging over your head, then it's useful, or probably, hopefully, before it comes to your head. But anyway, so fear has it's an indicator that there is something off here, and if I am going to protect myself, I might have to leave this area, I might have to leave this situation. So fear can be useful, but everything that you see on the news is directed to your fear center. Everything that happens, like the way people treat each other out there, is also fear-based, and it's about competition, it's about being better than, it's about judging each other, it's about putting blockages in the way for each other, like as if it's a game. And then it's like trying to cut down sizes all around. That's what happens out there in the world. And it's really, really, this is why you have to be in the world, but not of the world. And so being in the world, but not of the world. Like in Psalm 28:7 come out, the Lord is my strength, my shield, my heart trusts in him. He helps me, my heart leaps for joy. So that is the approach that you can have. Find faith. It doesn't have to be in the religious God that they bang into you in the church in a way that doesn't feel loving at all. They're promoting fear there as well in so many places. So I encourage you, on your spiritual journey to find your own personal relationship with the love and the God and the goodness that actually is. Because when you live, that's the spiritual journey, to get the fruits of the labor, to shed all those things that is not good for you as a human being, to be living a good life, to have a good life, to be yeah, to be happy here on planet Earth, and to be able to take out your abilities, be of service to the world around you, help out in ways that you can with the skill set that you have been given. So how can you transmute in your life? Like, how can you transmute anything that you're fearful of? Sometimes I find if I try to run away from the fear, or I try to hide the fear, or I try to block the fear out, it just lingers longer. And then so it becomes a problem. And then if I just feel it, I acknowledge it. Yes, I am fearful at the moment. And I am fearful at the moment because this or this is happening, and it makes me feel uncertain. It makes me feel this and that. And I'm fearful. So then I ask, I pray about it. Can you help me through this situation? It will pass. Like this too shall pass. So whatever it is, situation that you are going through. And sometimes the shedding is the people who are doing these things to us. So if you're in a relationship, or it can be your family, it can be relationships, it can be colleagues, it can be anyone trying to interfere with your purpose here on this planet Earth. And I can also assure you that recent experiences have told me that if you go out there in the world and you try to be kind, you try to be a good person, try to lift people up and be support to the people around you, which maybe is something that you do more in your family unit. But when you don't have a family unit, then you will give it to the world around you. Well, I don't know if that's so smart, because now everybody thinks that you're trying to gain favor, you're trying to do this, you're doing it for that, you're doing it for this, because they're showing their face that that's why they be kind. So whenever they come to you with any kind of kindness, it has a tag attached to it. It has a price attached to it. It has something attached to it. That's why they do it. Otherwise, they wouldn't do it. So kindness, I don't know. I think it's good to be a kind person anyway, but just hold boundaries around it so that you don't uh, allow people to just come in and manipulate and take advantage of. Transition, duality dance. This might be the duality dance. Like, how can you be in the world but not of the world? Like, then you go out there and you maybe can show this kindness. You can show, because that's what happens when you do the spiritual work. When you do God's work here on planet Earth, you become a kind person, and you do care about other people, and you do have compassion for them, and you have empathy for them. You don't have to make it up and pretend that you have empathy. So it's very draining. Oh, it's so draining to be empathetic. No, it's not. It's really like just a refilling, self-fulfilling cup. When you have empathy for real empathy, not like the play pretend empathy, the games empathy. No, but when you have real empathy, it is a giving thing. It's something that is connecting humans together in a beautiful way. So finding the balance, I don't know, that might be the duality dance. Balance amid the chaos and find harmony within yourself. So maybe the awareness, when you're on this spiritual journey, you will turn into a better, like not a better person, just a person operating from different values. And so that's, you're going to be your true nature. That's your nature. When you take away the fear, you take away all these things that you'd be working on within yourself, you become a person that is happy for other people. You understand human nature. You understand the layers of what people have to go through. And so you have compassion, and maybe also you wish people the best, and you hope that they become the best version of themselves. For sure, the world would look much better, and for sure, the world would be a better place if people would take that a little bit more seriously. With doing this stuff, this is the worst thing that you can do, because also just going within and doing the inner work is enticing. It's engaging the fear in people. Like, people be fearful, like they don't want to be alone. They want to be with other people all the time. They don't want to sit with themselves. They don't want to be in the space within themselves, because there are so many uncertainties. And also the world doesn't teach you what do you do with it. Like, once you're sitting there, like, what do you do with it? And then, so the tide of transition, embracing the tides of change, like trying to be open with it. If you want to achieve something in your life and you come to the same roadblocks, you have to make a change within yourself. Otherwise, you're going to be stuck. And there is nothing wrong with being stuck. But if it's your heart desires to build farther than that, then you would have to do the work. You have to overcome yourself. That is the only opponent that you have in life, is yourself. You're constantly in battle with yourself, what you're able to do, what you fear doing, what you do it anyway. Have courage to do it. Have courage to put yourself out there. Have courage to be a kind person in a cruel world. Have courage to do the inner work anyway and go out there and show a different example, even though they're going to chew you up and spit you out. Because doing the internal work, doing the spiritual, being on this journey and doing this work is going to cause you to stir up all the demons in all the people that you meet. So you're going to be their biggest blessing and their worst nightmare at the same time. Because once they have stirred up these fears and they have noticed that within themselves, it also sometimes just dissipates. It's like sitting with the fear instead of blocking it out. When you sit with it, you allow it. Yes, I'm fearful at the moment. Yeah, it feels very, and then you just sit with it for a moment, and then it will just dissipate because you nurtured it. Not nurtured it, or you just acknowledged it. You saw it. And so by doing these things, releasing all these things that maybe we're holding on to it because we like it. It makes us comfortable in one way or the other. Shedding all these things, releasing it into the river of life. Drifting along the river of release, where waters carry away burdens, guiding towards renewal. This can be spent some time with water. I know that was very soothing for my nervous system. I suffer from PTSD. I have nervous breakdowns. I have so many things that are results and consequences from cruel people that I've encountered in my life. So sitting with the water is a very, very soothing experience for the body, for the mind, for the soul. So if you have a body of water and if you have these kind of people around you, then you might want to sit there for a bit and just be with the movements and just let it be there. It's very soothing. It's very calming for the nervous system. And it is also taking showers, releasing all these energies that get stuck to us, or people intentionally try to break you down, or like just things cleansing, clearing up, clearing your space, clearing your mind, clearing your body. So you're a transformer, like you're transforming your life from something. And also the overall card that came out today is the gratitude. So being a magician, like transmuting, everybody thinks they're a magician, or they think that but it comes from kindness, and it comes from goodness. It comes from the good things in life, like the true feelings. Like you have to be able, so with the gratitude, there's always something to be grateful for. So you can be grateful for the ability to shed whatever it is that you can be shedding. You can be grateful for the ability to be flexible in adversary situations. And being flexible, sometimes I notice that in my life, when I notice that people are up to some kind of games, they're manipulating, they're doing all kinds of things in front of me. When I notice they start doing that, they always have a plan with it. There is always a reason for why they do it. And so once they do that, it wouldn't make any sense to confront it, because they're not going to say, oh yeah, sure, we do that. No, they're going to gaslight you and going to make you feel smaller. So what do? Just observe it. Whatever they say, just say, okay, and then you just observe, and then they think that, oh, they believe in it. Oh, they got that. Oh, now they really think that this is what's happening. Oh my gosh. And then you just observe them, and the truth will come out eventually. So being flexible, observing, being within yourself, you're already doing the inner work. Magician, magically, you can transmute whatever the intentions around you are, and you can take your power back. And one simple way to get there is gratitude. Gratitude is so powerful. It's free. You are lucky, you can have it, and it's for free. And so gratitude is always available to us. And even wherever you are in your life, gratitude, like being grateful for what you do have. When I was in a homeless shelter, I was grateful that I could eat dry chicken every day, and I could do these things, and I had a bed that I could sleep in. I didn't have to sleep on the ground outside. I could sleep. I had a bed. There are things that you can be grateful for in all kinds of situations, and even when you sleep outside. And then you can be grateful that you are able to sleep outside under the sky, in the grass, or whatever. There are things to be grateful for, no matter where your station is in your life. And if you can muster this sense of gratitude, you are going to start to like be a magnet to good things, that is going to give you more things to be grateful for. This is why it's so important to shed the people, shed the places, shed the things, shed all these things that is not helping you build you up. You have to shed it, get rid of it. However you do that, just get it out of your life, because it's going to hold you down. And this spiritual journey is hard enough the way it is. And so if you're going to get to where you want to be on your journey, you have to take some of these things off of your plate. The seed of life, hope, inspiration. When you come out of whatever it is that you like, finding your authentic voice, finding the core of who you truly are, is how you become the star in your own life. And I'm not talking about the people that, oh, they look like this or that, so they're perfect, we're going to all want to take pictures of them, so we're going to call them a star. No, I'm talking about the inner guiding light that you are nurturing as you are doing this spiritual journey. As you are on this spiritual journey and you go within and you try to figure out how you can improve your life, how you can make it a happy life for you, how you can be content and happy with it and feel like it's a life of your own making, not something that you was put into or they just placed you in there and stuff like that. But so you're going to be able to do that when you come into this alignment within yourself on this spiritual journey, and you come into alignment with yourself. You are going to rise up and you are going to hold this light. You're going to be a hope to other people, even though they hate you for it. That's the blessing and the curse both. And so they want to chew you up and spit you out because they don't want you to exist, because they don't have it. But then you show them that it exists, so it gives them kind of a hope too. So it's going to be their worst nightmare and their biggest blessing. But you just keep doing the work anyway. And I can assure you that they say, oh, yeah, there is the main road, like how many people are on there? Yeah, they're all going to church, to the fear-based religious lockup that they have going on out there, which is the main road. That's where people go. And then there's like some people who are actually going within and doing the internal work. That is the whole purpose of whatever they're teaching in all these religious places and all these places. This is what they are trying to teach, the deeper layers of the teachings. You are out here, you're figuring it out, you're going within, you're going deep. Gratitude can help you so much along your way. And you are going to rise up and become a beacon and a hope for rejuvenation. And hopefully, I hope that you stay on this path. And I wish you all the best. If you're still here listening, I wish you all the best. And I hope that everything that you're trying to shed, you get rid of it. And I hope that you find the flexibility that you need to be courageous enough to stand your ground and walk this path. I hope and I find that you find the gratitude that you can bring to you the things that you need in life. Then I know that the world out there is a little bit better just because of what you did. And that is indeed a great accomplishment for a human being and already a success. And you're already a star. And rising up and being a message of peace and rejuvenation and change and authenticity out in this world is probably the biggest gift that you can give this world that we're living in at this time. And the beautiful light in me, it honors, loves, respects the same beautiful light in you. And until next time, namaste.